I just want to say, you know, can we all get along? Can we get along? Um, can we stop making it horrible for the older people and the kids?
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epic of belief. It was the epic of incredulity. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair. Those are the words of Charles Dickens, the opening words to the book of A Tale of Two Cities. But today I'm going to talk about one city in particular. That city is the city of angels, Los Angeles. The year is 1992. And when I think about that quote from Charles Dickens, when he talks about it was the spring of hope, it was the season of light. I remember during that time, 1992 was a very good year for me because I'm a big hip hop fan. And a lot of good hip hop music came out that year. I know Dr. Dre's The Chronic came out, Daily Operation by Gang Starr, Mecca and the Soul Brother by Pete Rock and CL Smooth. That was also the year that Ice Cube came out with The Predator. Das Effects came out with Dead Serious. They had a new style of hip hop. It was the golden era of hip hop. I remember when Redman came out with What the Album. I love that album. These are still albums I listen to today. Showbiz and AG, just to name a few. But even on the R&B side, that was the year that Mary J. Blige dropped her first album, What's the 411? That was the year that TLC, we didn't know those girls were as old as they were, but when we first saw them, every young boy who was a teenager fell in love instantly. Shy came out, SWV, introducing us to what it meant to go downtown. And those are just some of the joyful thoughts, of the music, because music defines an age. But also in Charles Dickens' quote, he talks about how it was the epic of incredulity, how it was the season of darkness, it was the winter of despair. But in 1992, something happened. There was a verdict that was passed for four cops, Coon, Baristo, Wind, and Powell, the four police officers that put the nightsticks to Rodney King and the bottom of their boots, which leads us to a movie that's coming out this year, next month, as a matter of fact, in August 30th to be exact. A movie starring Tyrese Gibson, Scott Eastwood, and Ray Liotta. The movie is, in fact, called 1992. And so I want to take a look at the trailer and react to the trailer, and we'll go from there. Let's take a look.
Get a pack of Phillies. You speak English, bitch?
Watch your mouth.
The fuck you say? How the fuck that feel?
Familiar.
See that? Death Row Pictures. Snoop Dogg, he took over Death Row. I guess he said, I might as well get busy making some movies too, but let's go a little bit further.
This is my home. These streets raised me.
Might get a little crazy out there today.
Media outlets from around the world await a verdict in the Rodney King beating.
Maybe I can bring my son back up here.
All right, run it for me. Catalytic converters. They need platinum. How much they got in there?
10 million?
You need a miracle to pull this off.
And as we can see, Ray Liotta shows his face. Rest in peace to Ray Liotta. Very good actor. Played in a lot of movies that I grew up watching. Goodfellas being at the top of that list, but he was in a lot of good films. But let's keep going.
jury in the Rodney King trial.
A stunning verdict.
The 4 police officers were found not guilty.
You watching the news?
No one minding the store.
This is our window.
I can go for that gun. He was like, "What up, boys? I've been waiting for you."
You know what scares me? I don't want you to grow up to be like me. It's wild out there to be more safe here.
You're at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Where's my son?
It's not gonna end well for you.
It's not going well for you.
Now, this is too funny because this is the second time that I can remember when Tyrese has lost a child in a movie. Like, didn't he do a movie with Megan Good where he lost his kid? Some gangbangers had his kid. Now some dudes trying to pull a heist with some platinum got his kid. This man needs to keep a better eye on his kids. Let's keep going.
I'm gonna obliterate your whole fucking family.
Give me my son.
And if I don't,
Then we got a problem, homie.
I don't.
1992, baby. Story by Sasha Penn. But like I was saying, 1992 was a very, very good year, and it was a bad year. The backdrop being the beating that Rodney King took, which led to the LA riots, where over 50 people were killed, hundreds of millions of dollars in damages. And it was all because initially those police officers were let off. Eventually, the feds got involved, and some of the cops did have to spend 2.5 years in prison. But once people heard that verdict, the city just took off. But I do know from that time period, a lot of you young people who probably aren't too familiar, the beating that Rodney King took at that time was one that happened all the time. But this was a time where it was actually caught on video. And so, during that time, like, how today people are always recording stuff with their phones? This was like the first incident where more than four, because there were more than 4 police officers, it was just 4 that were charged, were actually caught breaking the law, beating somebody where the crime didn't fit the punishment. Yeah, Rodney King was speeding, but once they had him subdued, they could have just, put him in the back of a squad car and took him away. He did not deserve that beating. And even if you look at Rodney King over the years, he used to speak clear. I think over time that beating took its toll on him up until the day he passed away. Anyway, like I said, that's just the backdrop of the film. When you look at the trailer itself, you can see that Ray Liotta and Scott Eastwood, they're using the LA riots, as a means to steal platinum that was used in catalytic converters. Even today, you see people up under people's cars stealing that platinum. I think platinum is like $1,200 an ounce. The last I checked, it could be higher. But they were using that riot as a backdrop to steal this platinum. And Tyrese's character, I guess he worked at the depot where the platinum was being kept. But this particular night, he decided to leave his son in the care and keep of what I think would be his supervisor. I'm not sure, I haven't seen the movie, but that's just an assumption on my part. And so it seems like a pretty good premise for a movie. I'm just proud of Snoop Dogg because this looks like a high quality film. It doesn't look like it belongs on Tubi. It looks like it belongs in a theater. And it looks like a good first outing for Death Row Pictures. And I hope Snoop Dogg puts together some more films like this. But like I was saying earlier, what's up with Tyrese losing his kids all the time? This boy can't keep a hold of his kids for nothing. And they always falling in the hands of the bad guys. I think Game had it the last time in the movie with Megan Good. But like I said, it looks like it could be a decent film. Heist movies are always good because the stakes are always high. I hope this isn't one of those films that plays by the numbers. I hope there are some surprises in there. It is the time of the LA riots. I don't know why I keep saying Watts riots. During the time of the LA riots. So I'm hoping, I guess because they're always rioting out in LA, huh? Them black folks be turning up. Don't mess with Los Angelinos black people because they will turn up. But like I said, it looks like it's a decent film. Tyrese, he can hold his own. I know Ray Liotta can. Scott Eastwood, he's coming up in the footsteps of his grandfather, Clint Eastwood. I still think Clint is the superior actor, turned director and producer, but we'll see what Scott can do. Maybe he can turn up his acting skills a little bit because in a lot of films I've seen him in the past, he was a little bit wooden. But I don't know if this is a day one. I will see the film. I hope you will too. Support Snoop Dogg, support Tyrese. And this may be one of Ray Liotta's last films before he passed away. And so it's always good to see some of our silver screen legends and icons after they've passed away posthumously on screen, you know. And so, because they're all still part of the human family. But at any rate, tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Jovi out.
I told y'all niggas.